Here's a quick video of your typical sink, bathroom sink, toilet valve used to cut off your supply, for the toilet or the sink. These notoriously leak and don't really work once they sit for 2 or 3 years. I'd recommend replacing all the time. It seems like even though they're open all the time, the rubber piece in this particular one is not a quarter turn. This is a multi-turn handle, which I don't prefer. But basically, even though they're open all the time, I'll show you here in a second how the rubber deteriorates with the water and chlorine, and then when you go to close on it, it basically collapses and breaks and it's just junk. Hence why I would recommend changing these out every 2 or 3 years, and so that when you go to close your valve, it actually works. So basically, you got a little Phillips head screw here. This is a Jameco, Jameco brand, just your typical one at Lowe's. You take that handle off. You can then unscrew the compression fitting here, which allows you to get to the main valve shaft area here. So when you take this off, you can see there's a rubber gasket in there that basically does the sealing and compression of this shaft. There's also a little gasket here that the rubber pushes against to seal. So in combination with the rubber and this little, I don't know, the Teflon little washer, basically that seals this area here, of water, so that it can work without leaking. So there's your little washer. What happens is this has a big screw in and out that screws in and out, and you can see the junky rubber piece here. And this is the one that I took out, but basically this rubber piece is what deteriorates, and it sits on this little face here, and this little ball keeps it attached, something like this. When it's properly functioning, and when you screw this in, this compresses against the interior there. You can't see the face, but there's a face in there that would compress against and shut off the water from going from the source here at this 1-inch nipple connection here and up through here. Now this one has a compression with a ferrule fitting on it. You might be using that, but in all of mine, I just buy the 3/8" compression hose with a nut on it that screws right on here with the hose that goes to the toilet or the sink. And you don't need these two pieces, but you could if you had a copper line that required a ferrule and a nut, compression nut. So anyway, I guess, yeah, if you can replace these every 2 or 3 years, it's probably behoove you, because the fact that, sitting in the water, even though the valve is open all the time, sitting in the water for 2 or 3 years, this rubber obviously just gets crap. When you go to compress it against that face inside of there, it's rotted and it basically breaks, and then you try and tighten it more and it still leaks and everything like that. So this is the part that really just stinks. Now, whether you can buy these separately and recondition this, that might be another option, but I'm going with the quarter turn valves now, because the quarter turn valves, I think, basically have a nylon gasket in there that allows it to seal, and basically the quarter turn just opens a ball valve fitting, which allows it to seal against that nylon seal. So there's not any rubber parts in there that would affect it as much as this one. Additional benefit obviously is having just a quarter turn to turn it off or on. This one, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 turns basically to turn it on and off, which allows you to meter, I guess, in this case, but typically toilets and whatever, you're not really caring about metering. And metering can be done on the quarter turn ones. If you just turn it 1/8 of a turn or whatever, that'll meter it too. So that's not really a benefit. But anyway, thought I'd just give a quick demonstration of this innards of one of these things. and my recommendation of changing these out every 2 or 3 years and going with the quarter turn valve instead of these multi-turn ones. Hope this was insightful, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.